How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. You guys know what time it is. We're going to be talking about XRP. Shout out to you guys for showing tremendous amount of love every single day. But let's take a look at what's happening today. So if we're looking across the board, we're seeing some red across the market. Obviously that is mainly due to BTC, which of course we're going to be talking about. I wouldn't really say BTC. I would mainly talk about the dominance, to be quite specific. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So look at this. President Trump says he started interviewing candidates to replace Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Big statement coming out from President Trump. We know Jerome Powell is, the head of the Federal Reserve, and of course a lot of people are, unhappy with his decisions to not rate cut. Obviously, a lot of other countries are, doing multiple rate cuts, and here, in the U.S., there's not any sort of rate cut, which of course has gotten a lot of people, ticked off, including Trump himself, because of course, when you do see a rate cut, that brings in more, more money into other avenues, including the crypto space and the stock market. So it does actually benefit the overall economy, but in this specific case, that's not the case right now. You're still seeing interest rates not being touched for quite some time at this point. So there's a lot of frustration. Speaking about the rate cut, though, look at this. I kind of wanted to share this with you guys. Morgan Stanley expects the Fed to deliver 7 rate cuts next year, starting in March, bringing the terminal rate down to 2.5 to 2.75%. Quite funny to see. Obviously, we would love to see a rate cut happening this year. A lot of chances, in my personal opinion, for September. I think that would align the market, and the timing itself would be great if that were to happen. But let's see what happens, in terms of that. But what are your personal thoughts in regards to this, in regards to, Jerome Powell, being replaced? Is it that easy? I don't think it's that easy, but I could be wrong. Do let me know in the comments what you personally think. But here is what we want to be paying attention to: the global M2 supply. You guys can see the global M2 supply is skyrocketing, and as of now, BTC since 2023, look at this positive correlation. Literally, look at this positive correlation, and as of now, BTC is literally mirroring the chart itself of the global M2 supply. So I'm very impressed. And now people are really going to come out and say, it's as easy as, just taking a look at the M2 supply, and, we are going to see, the Bitcoin price following. Are we going to see BTC start heading up to the likes of new all-time highs? The way it's currently, going, we can't write it off. BTC has broken back above that 106,800 key resistance, as I've spoken to you guys before. We actually went up after we broke out of that key resistance. We went up to $108,000. So, if Bitcoin is able to close its daily candle here today, we still have a lot of time till the daily candle closes. I am projecting more upside, which means more upside for altcoins, including XRP. But I know a lot of people are confused right now. Why is the broader market not going up, with Bitcoin pushing up to 107,000? Because look at the dominance, it's pretty much on the neckline of breaking once again a new yearly high. So that is, the core reason why we're actually seeing altcoins lagging behind right now. But, this M2 supply is something that, we don't really want to be neglecting. But take a look at this. Big changes for escrow on the XRP ledger. Currently, only the native token XRP can be escrowed. This amendment opens it up for issued and multi-purpose tokens. Think of escrow for stablecoins like USDC and RLUSD, memes, US treasuries, real estate, and money market funds, etc. And on top of that, Coinbase XRP to USD from direct US dollars on the 4 hours, still holding strong volume at $27 million. Accumulation is happening, and smart money is specifically, who is accumulating right now. So as far as the dominance is concerned, as we can see, we are picking up, and honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if we break out towards a new yearly high. BTC, on the other hand, is looking amazing right now, and if Bitcoin is able to close its daily candle above the 106,800, which of course we are above right now, I am pretty much, ready and prepared for the price of BTC to retest the likes of 110,000, or potentially even breaking towards a new all-time high. If you're looking at the price of XRP right now, we are still pretty much hovering around this $2.19. As I've stated to you guys before, the $2.30 is a level to be looking out for. That's a level I'm going to be talking to you guys about, day in, day out until we break above here. You guys are really going to understand the importance of that range once we break above, because that pretty much opens the door for us to head towards $2.50. And after that, we pretty much have a road clear towards, the 23.6. But do let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.